Alright, so this video is specifically about the shirt of this uniform. We have a front view and a back view. And so if we look at our layers panel, we have a folder that has a bunch of stuff in it that says front, and then we have a folder that says back, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it too. I'm going to focus mainly, to keep this video short, I'm going to focus mainly on just the front, and then take that same knowledge and apply it to the back of the shirt. It's the same, it's essentially the same, it's just two different views. So first you're going to just open up the front folder. Right here where it says shirt, we're going to be interacting here. So we're going to open up this folder, and we're going to do one thing at a time. We're going to make small adjustments, open the folder, close the folder. So first, we need to think about an overall theme of our uniform. I'm going to go with a company called Patagonia. You can choose whatever company it is that you would like to do. You could do a team, you could do a college team, you could do John Longhorns. That's just kind of up to you. If you play club soccer, you can make a jersey for your own team. All up to you. But I'm going to go with Patagonia, and I'm just using a simple Google search for the logo so that I can reference this color scheme. So I'm just going to click on this, save image as. It's going to go to my downloads, and then I'm going to bring it into Photoshop to use as a reference. I'm just going to bring this into so I unlocked, and I'm just going to bring this into my canvas over here. And I'm just going to kind of leave it here in the center and just kind of use this when I'm choosing colors with my color picker. I'm just going to reference this right here. Actually, one piece of advice is make sure it's not in any of these folders because it'll get lost. So just bring it all the way on top and not in a folder. Okay, so back to opening the front folder. Making sure we are opening our shirt folder because that's what we're focusing on at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and just apply colors to the trim of my shirt. So that is this piece, and there's actually a second trim right here. You'll see in a second. And there's one on the shorts too, but right now we're focused on the shirt. So I'm going to open up the trim folder. We have sleeve trim and bottom trim. So I'm just going to do one at a time. Sleeve trim, open it up, double click on the color here to change it, and then I'm just going to reference this right here as my accent color. Push OK. Go ahead and just close the folder. Open up bottom trim. Double click to change the color, and push OK. Close this folder, close the trim folder. Go ahead and open up the collar folder. I'm going to go with a blue. Remember, you're just double clicking on this thumbnail to make adjustments, and then just work your way down. Now there is something pretty neat with these sleeves. If you open up the sleeves folder, you're going to see a smart layer. So you're going to double click that smart layer, and right here I've put a bunch of patterns. You can add your own. I'm actually gonna add a few more than this 4 that I have right here currently, but you can turn them on, and you can just use these if you want, or like I said, you can bring in your own patterns. This one says messy, so you can actually turn this one on, double click, and change the color of that if you want. So if you wanted a messy, like a separate color, like I don't know, let's just see this lime green, just to see. Change the color, close it out, and you can see the adjustments there. But I'm just going to undo that. I'm going to hide that layer, and for this particular uniform mock-up, I'm going to go with a pattern 4. This is like the Jordan elephant print, and then I need to change the color, but I have to get my reference. I want to use probably the purples from Patagonia, so I just need to come over here, get my color picker, set this up. So I've got my reference colors here. Just make the adjustments that you want here. Once you finish that, close it out. Push save, and you'll see the adjustments applied to the sleeves over here. So once you've tackled the sleeves, close the sleeves folder, open up main shirt. This is also a smart layer, so just double click. It's going to take you to its own canvas. Make your adjustments here. So with logos, there's a Nike logo. You can add your own, but I added Nike. You can turn that on or off. There's 2 Adidas logos that you can choose from. I might, if I have some time, throw a couple more in there for you to choose from. But I'm just going to kind of stick with Nike, and I want to change the color. So I'm going to double click. It says click the color, so double click the smart object. Double click the color. I'm going with white. Close this out, save. And then once you pick your logo, just close the logo folder. You're going to get used to that opening and closing of folders. It's going to make your life much easier throughout this process. So next I'm going to open up my main shirt. You don't really need to mess with the fabric overlay. That's just some texture there. And this is some lighting. So just kind of leave those red things alone. As far as my color goes on my main jersey, I'm just going to double click that, and I'm going to go with my referenced color that I picked, which was purple. And instead of saying Longhorns, I'm making a Patagonia jersey. So I'm just going to double click this and change the wording. And I actually want to use a font that is similar to Patagonia's company font. So double click here. Also, well, first of all, I need to lowercase all these. So my wording right now is to spread apart. So just remember, you guys have done this before. You can go to Window and look for character. And then you can make all of these adjustments, like bringing the letters closer together. You can actually stretch these out, make them taller, make them shorter. So remember, you guys have used this before. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. You go to Window, then go to Character, and then you can make these adjustments. But I'm going to go with white. Okay, so once you have your front of your jersey the way that you want it to look, go ahead and close the folder, close out the smart layer, save it, and there you go. You can see your adjustments. So as far as the shirt goes, there's only one more thing you can change, and that would be opening up where it says inside. That's just going to be this inside piece right here. It's a small detail, but definitely change the color to match the jersey of your shirt. You might want to just make it a darker shade. And that would be it for the shirt. You do the same thing on the back. The only thing with the stuff on the back is there is no logo, but you can change your name and change your number. So you can also change the font in there too. So once you finish all of that, make sure to close the shirt folder and go ahead and close the front folder just so that you get used to that process.